Oh, shoot. The Alliance is on fire? It is our time. If you're just joining the Alliance, you came in at the perfect time. You got great timing. You're a very fortunate individual. If you've been with us a while, you're like me, you've been waiting for this a long time. And it's finally here, and it's time to pour it on. Yes, right. Okay. I've got about 13 and a half hours worth of seminar that I want to cover with you in about 15 minutes. It's going to be jam-packed. We'll do the best we can. So I want to let y'all know, coming to you live from Burlington, North Carolina, the world headquarters of the Alliance. And we've made all kinds of modifications to our studio here. And we're getting used to it. Okay, I got to get used to a couple things right now. So they need to understand, Robbie, that I can see what they're doing right there. And it's distracting if they're, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not kidding. It's like, yeah, they just eased over out of the way. It's a new setup, so we're getting oriented. I want to look at the coziness of it, and there's all kinds of crazy stuff involved. Okay, so I do have a lot. Jeff Bright is in the house. And really Jeff's been helping me a lot, talking to me a lot about talking to you guys. And y'all know I have Jim Henson, who really is just ridiculous consultant, helps us in so many ways, and Tim Goad. And both of those help me. I just had a conversation with a person that I don't know that good. And the conversation was about isolationism, meaning not talking to anybody who has a higher authority and a higher ability, or a different perspective, a proper perspective. Okay? And I was just like straight up with them, like you wanna. And here's another mistake people make, is they talk to people at their level. So, like, for example, let's say you're drowning. You can't reach the upwards. You got weights on you, right? And so you can see the water, right? And so then you see some land over there. So you go stand on that land over there. See the problem? You're in just as deep of water as you were over here. You say, I thought you went over there on land. Yeah, you're on land here. You went on land over there. In other words, you're talking to yourself. So then you talk to your friend who has the same amount of money you make, same kind of wisdom, same kind of intelligence, same kind of checkbook, same kind of bars, right? Or if they're 20 years older than you, but they got the same mentality that you do. Like you're 22 and you're talking to a 42-year-old that ain't accomplished no more than you accomplished at 22. Here's where you are. You're over here. You're still drowning. That's what people do. And I mean, no offense to the lovey birds that your marriage is so perfect that you talk to your wife. That's when you go over here and talk to this person. She's the one giving advice. I love those people. My wife said, hey, bro, she's in the same position you are. And he said, no, she's not. She controls my checkbook, so she's in a better position than me. Ooh, she do? Oh, I didn't know that she did that. Maybe you should consult with her. Oh, shoot. You know, they say like, well, I'm different, Andy. We work on ours together. We're a couple. Okay, you understand, you're over here talking to the same person. If she controls it and you control it, the only difference is if she controls your whole checkbook, or if he controls your whole checkbook. Women say, my husband tells me what to do. I get a business, and he decides whether we invest in the business. Well, consult with him. Right. But you're still right here. Right. The mentality is the same. Does that make sense? So I'm telling you why I talked to Jeff. Because Jeff's got years and years and years, been in all kinds of business, and he's got all the degrees, and I know him. Like and the same thing with Jeff, same thing with Tim Goad. I know him. And same thing with Jim Henson, same thing with Bob Grant. People understand that. They don't appreciate or understand that. And then people say, like, why do you think it's good that you've done that? Like, if you think I've accomplished something, I think that's why. It's talking to people that are at a higher level and not arguing. And I'm going to have Jeff up here and talk a lot today. And we're not arguing. I'm seeking to understand. I tell him several times, I said, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm just trying to understand what you're saying and make sure we're on the same page. Okay, so before that, let's do some recognition. We're in December, so we're coming off of, I think I've got November GSB information. Is that what that is? Yeah, November. I've got the summary for November GSB, and it's fantastic. Let's see if we can pull that up. Let's see, I might can find it quicker than you can. Okay, here we go. So a great. Okay, we're going to have to make an adjustment here eventually, Robbie, and whoever's setting this up. So I can't do stuff because this is in the way. As a matter of fact, I'm even going to get you to move it up hot front. Okay, 7,400, so I can stand behind it. Thank you. All right, $7,400 in Good Samaritan bonus that we're giving away. And this is money that we give to charities that you designate. And the requirement is simple. You've got to get another person selling, and then it should pay over $5,000. And so, let me tell you this. I know a way that we could have made a quick $6,000, okay, to give away. And that was, we had, look at this, just needed one direct first. We had 15 people that did over 20,000 but didn't get another one selling. You with me? We need help. We are a team. We can't do it with just you selling. We need help. You say, Andy, I'm happy with money. I understand you're happy. I'm happy you're making money too. I'm telling you, to keep the deals we have, leads coming in, to keep the carrier relationships, we need to grow. So if we're doing good and they're happy with us, they're going to be happy. No, that's not the way it works. You know how you won't mow? They won't mow. You know how if America don't protect itself, somebody going to take us over? America got to grow to be America. You can't stay the same. You done got left behind. It's a race. If it says it's not a race, I go, what part don't you know that it ain't a race? Had you never heard of the arms race? You never heard about them people launching that torpedo, that missile? You know, it's a race, baby. This is wartime. In wartime, we're going to need more bullets. Does that make sense? More transportation. We need your help. Okay, so it's a team, baby. You can do it. So I know that would have helped us, but I'm thrilled to say that we had $7,400, 47 people earn a Good Samaritan bonus. Oh, by the way, so it goes $100 is if you just do $5,000. If you do SEAL team, $20,000, it goes all the way up to $250,000, and then you actually get all the way to $350,000. So if we did more people, $30,000, we'd have $350,000. Okay? All right, so here's some almost. We could have had $47,000. That's why I ask people a little bit more. Just a little bit. We could have had $47,000. Boom, y'all giving away. But I don't think people understand that about their life. They're sitting there making $60,000 or $120,000 just like that. I could help them make $2 million. It's just so close. It's so close. I work so hard. People think I'm trying to absolutely change them 100%. I'm just trying to get them 3%. Because that's usually the margin of victory is like 1, 2, or 3%. It's just a little bitty bit. Okay. We did have 2 first-time SEAL team qualifiers. I know of one of them, but I don't know of the other one. Do we know the other one?
I know one of them right there.
I know one of them right there. Why don't we get this party started? Can you see the name right here? Let's get him up. Kyle Von Stern. Hey, I want to thank you for not quitting.
Yes, sir.
What you talking about?
Yes, sir.
Hey, buddy, let me give you this. You hold it up, just stand there right there for a minute. You know, people just taking pictures of their television screen right now. All across America, they're taking pictures of their little television screen and you on it, baby. Tell us, guys, who you are and why you did this.
Kyle Von Stearns from Washington, D.C., direct to Chadwick and Melanie Ray, the Who You With Nation. Why did I do this? I did it because of the vision. I did it because we need champions. I did it because it wasn't easy. It was simple, but it wasn't easy. And I wanted to be a part of something great. I wanted to be a part of your vision.
That's right. That's big.
They don't give these out to everybody.
No, they don't.
And when you get one of these, that means you went the extra mile. You helped some people. Not only help save people's lives from death and sickness by selling insurance, but you also had to help somebody else get started in business.
That's right.
I'm just getting started here with the Alliance, and I just simply want to thank Chadwick and Melanie for their support. And Andy, as I always told you from the first day I met you, you've had plenty of opportunities where you could have just walked away with your bank account and kept doing for you and for your family. But you never quit. And because of that, you've given me and my family an opportunity. And for that, sir, I thank you. Love you, boy. Told you I was going to do it, sir. Thank you for the opportunity.
You take it right up there, bro. You're looking sharp, too. God almighty. Hold on a second. Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. Lordy. Love you, brother.
Love you
Proud
too,
of you,
sir.
man.
Thank you, man.
Give him a hand. While he was talking, I was thinking. It's very difficult not to talk while he was talking. Robbie, we had SEAL team. Jay Darty, Coach, Gina, we had SEAL team with them backpackets. We only got 2 more left. We only got 2 more left. And I was thinking, we got SEAL team, which is 20,000, and get one selling. I was thinking we need a higher level to be shooting for next year. And a different, more exclusive prize. So what we need to think about that exclusive prize is along the lines of that backpack with them stickers and that embroidery stuff you put on it. And I'm thinking it needs to be at that 30,000. And it needs to be at 2 new writing. And we need something at 20,000 where you don't just have one. And you SEAL team, we love you being on SEAL team, but you get 2. You get promoted. This is Special Forces. This is Elite. What do you call it? Is it Elite? Is it the 7? SEAL Team 7? Is that the one I'm thinking about? SEAL Team 6? SEAL Team 6? You know, maybe we could even get the guy that killed one of the biggest bad guys of all time, maybe get him to come in. Maybe we could go to him and hang out with him in a secret location underground. And hey, write that down because I'm thinking of the secret location that y'all don't know about, but I know about, that a lot of people at my level are told about. Because they got, I don't think I was even supposed to say that part. But I'm telling you, what do you think about that, Argenio? Are you a key leader, Argenio?
Yes. New this month.
New this month?
That's right.
Come on up here. Let's see what a new key leader looks like. You a new this month key leader?
Yes, sir.
Tell these people a little bit about you and your family.
Well, we're all in. Andy, my wife, my bride, myself, my daughter, she's up here. She's with you. She skipped her senior year of high school and is going to college up here, and she's every day here. Wow. I am amazed by her. She's sitting there at 17 years old, wow, calling up people who are struggling with dialing and getting them dialing, wow, like that. Wow. Calling his wife. Okay, we'll get you two. All right. People are reaching out to her, and it's because of what you've created here. And we are all in.
Tell me about the boy.
Oh, Buddy?
Buddy, that's not his name.
Andrew. Andy, that's right. He changed his name to Andy. He was Andrew. And he's like, I'm going to be called Andy. All right, buddy. All right.
It's a good name.
So
important name.
We're getting him into a...
It's in songs.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're getting him into a very high-level private school now.
He deserves it.
That's right. It's $17,000 a year.
And he can take the pressure.
And we can pay for it.
And you got the money.
That's right. His association is gonna go up.
Tell me about that pretty girl that you got. The mama.
Oh, my lovely bride?
That's the one.
Oh, she's awesome. I'm telling you, what is going on with her and us? We are flat out. She has been writing like a fool. Last week, she lost her voice for 3 days.
Yeah.
Right? I'm out in the field with her because we're in a dogfight. We're gonna hit Hawaii. And I love a dogfight. Yeah. I mean, I love it. So she couldn't book appointments, and we, 3 days no voice. We still did 5,600 this past week. Wow. We just going. I met with people just before Thanksgiving, and they're like, "You got to write my kids, and you got to write. They're going to be here." I said, "They're going to be here on Friday after Thanksgiving." Yeah. Oh, I'll be here. It's going to be Black Friday for insurance. Right. We wrote 9 people up in that home. Wow. We're in. And we can't thank you enough for the opportunity. We follow your lead.
And you're staying good.
Oh, yeah.
You're staying good. You was bad there one time in your life.
I'm 10 years clean and sober on this Thanksgiving.
10 years ago,
I was a wreck.
You was wrecked.
I was a hardcore dude.
Hardcore.
Thank you.
Hardcore.
Hardcore.
People don't know.
Oh, no. No, I remember when I told you, you're like, it's really hard to kind of see you like this because I see you now. I'm like, well, Andy, one time I showed up to a gunfight with a knife because it's what I had. And that's how you know there's a God, because everybody came out okay. I was hardcore, dude. You have no idea. And now we're helping other people.
That's right.
I got young people calling me up, and what do I do? Well, you stop. That's how you start. Stop doing that. Get your mind right. Stop it. Call me up when it's ugly. Thank you so much. That's right. Key leader is easy. EVP is.
Yeah, EVP is the deal.
That's right.
It's not that hard either. But EVP, all you got to do is get one person, get 2 people selling. Duh. Another person that gets one guy selling, and then just 2 people you get selling.
That's right.
That's key leader.
That's right.
Ah.
Yep. We have people.
Recruit people and keep your mouth shut. You go EVP. I mean, you go key leader. You're going to talk a little bit to go EVP. You know why? Because you have to tell your key leaders not to talk so much. I mean, I'm not kidding you. You recruit people, shut up. You go key leader. That's all you got to do. Recruit them, shut up. You say it's more to it than that. Not much. No offense to the key leaders among you. But I'm telling you, to go up to EVP, all you got to do is show people to go key leader, which is easy. Yeah. But going EVP, the only thing that's difficult is getting people to do the easy part. Because it's easy not to go key leader too. It's easy not to make phone calls. It's easy not to make phone calls.
That's right.
It's easy not to.
That's right.
It's easy to do it. It's easy to make phone calls. Easy to go key leader. So then talking to these people and explaining it to them. That's what we get ready to do. Me and Jeff Bright are getting ready to tell them. Hey, man.
Thank you for changing my life.
What you're doing, bro. You changed mine too.
Oh, come on.
You're important to the team, bro.
That's right.
Couldn't do it without you.
Thank you.
All right. You keep key leader. Let's see who's got doing what. There he is right there on the front row. Bill Cook. Bill Cook had 7 new recruits in November and also got a person to write their first policy, and he got a person to write their 10th policy, a different leg, during the month of November. Bill Cook, and he issued paid $31,975. And he booked his own appointments. Okay, now I'm going to tell y'all something. When people say, I'm focusing on recruiting, not selling, because they don't write 31,000, and then they don't recruit 7 people. I go, maybe you should have recruited on selling, or focused on selling. You could have recruited more. You understand what I'm telling you? Jeez Louise. Michelle Alleman had 1 recruit, got 1 new selling, $24,500. Michael Owens got 12 new recruits and wrote $23,000. And 2 people got their first policies going, and 1 got their 3rd, 1 got their 5th, 1 got their 10th. Somebody getting ready to take off like a daggum rocket ship. Let me show you the options how it's rocket ship. Here's the way some people take off. That's because they only got 1 propeller. You see what I'm saying? But if you could get you, in other words, multiple legs taken off, see the difference? See the difference? Got to have some. That right there, when you start going, he got 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. That means it's multiple legs getting ready to take off. Y'all understand that? I always think of things in pictures and mathematics. Like an engineer, and I'm like, you get 1 rocket leg going, like, you all over the place. You got no balance. Michael getting balance. Mr. Saunders, $23,000, and got 1 going. They call him Dr. Abear. You might look at it and say it looks like Philip Herbert, but you are all jacked up. It's Dr. Phil Abear. 21,000, got 2 recruited, got 1 started. James Hill, connected to the Jane Hill. And I think I keep hearing her voice back there, although I can't see. Jane, you back there? Is James back there too?
No, sir.
He's out and about.
He is.
Your man, who does a lot of recruiting, put in 9.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. Got 2 of them to write their first. Hey, I think he's doing better with the new people, Jane.
I think so.
And another one to do their 3rd. And the evidence is in the numbers. Kyle Von Stern, there you go, right there, 20,497. 1 new person selling. Brent Swindell also became a new daddy this month and wrote 20,000 and recruited 5 and got 2 people selling and got 1 doing his 5th. I was concentrating on having a baby. Maybe that's good. Then you too could write 20,000. Marty Dozier done put in 6. Look at this width he's putting in. Does anybody think Marty Dozier is fixing to blow up? 2, 1, 2, and 1, and wrote 19,000. That's what I tell you people. Winners win and win and win.
That's all we do, baby.
I hear you. Nick Narlis, boom yow. That's one of your guys, Bill. Got 1 going, 19 grand. Katrina Gustin. There she is right there. There she is right. There she is right there. Wave now. They looking at you now. Katrina done killed this thing. Got 3, got 1 selling, 18.8. That is unbelievable. Good job. Steve Moore. Did I see Steve in here? Where'd he go? There he is right there. Steve Moore right there is right there. 16,000 and 1 recruiting. Terry Edwards ain't in here, is he? There he is right there. There he is right there. There he is right there. Lean just a little bit. There he is. Never see him.
Give me some light. Give me some light.
We're going to need a spotlight that we can direct up here. 5 new recruits and wrote 15 grand issue paid and 1 first, and his wife's on the way to a cheering contest. Is that right?
Yeah, that's what
Manzo, 15 grand, 3. Look at this recruiting stuff going on and new people getting started stuff going on. Oh, look at this one. Marcy Hicks. I talked to her this week. I need to talk to her more. Look at this. Boom, 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 and boom. How's she do that? We're going to tell you the secret in just a minute. I've been studying her. I've been studying Katrina. Been studying Bill Cook. Been studying Swindell. Been talking about it with Tim Gobe. Been talking about it with me and Jeff right there. We're going to show you. We got it all drawn out. It's about 13 and a half hours, and I got to get to it. I better move on, but I got to do recognition too. Marcus Richardson, look at Marcus, blowing up. 2 and 2 plus 13. Joe Walker, blowing up. See, y'all, see, if you ain't been around, you think it's normal that we running like this, and we finding this many people and getting them started. No, it's not normal. It's unusual, and it's awesome. It's that season. Like if you ain't never ever seen an apple tree, that thing's got apples on it, you'd be like, this thing must have apples year round. No, it's just certain times. And this is harvest time, baby. If you was ever thinking about going all in with the Alliance, now would be the time. Pam Moore, look at here. 12, 1 and 1. Way to go, Pam. Here's another crazy one. Look at this one. Danny. Danny jumped up to 12, 4, 2, and 1. Mark Hutchinson, Jan Miller, Terry Grady, Linda Goebel, Hernan Roland, 12,002 and 1. Look at this stuff. Mickey Cruz, Dante Williams, Mike and Kerry Williams, George Andershock, Glenda Graham, Mimi Romero, and Kennel Romaine. This is getting ready to get crazy. Look at this. All these are Good Samaritan bonus. So you got to have a 1 in this column to get the Good Samaritan bonus. And all these people had 2 or 1 or 5. Chadwick Ray, who is this person? Twana Muhammad. Look at this. Huh? Is that under Steve Moore? Twana just appeared out of nowhere. What the heck? 5 people, first new policy, plus 2 new recruits on top of that. Cord Goodson done come up in here. Nick is in the house. Taflan Boss. Michael Taplin. There you go. Jacob Kern, look here. Rachel Burke. This is getting crazy. Now, almost. Those, you should understand, this is 5,000 or more and didn't get the one person going, or got the one person going, but didn't get the production. See, they didn't get the production. I know you want to see them, but I don't want you to see them. Yeah, they got the one going, but they didn't get the sales. You see this? You see how they get the 1? Can you see it good enough that it's got a 1, but they didn't get a production? So let me show you them. Let me show you who they are. That's who they are. That's who they are. We could have turned 47,000 more this month to charity should they did that much more. They got the recruit, didn't get the production. Got the production, didn't get the recruit. People say, I don't understand, Andy. Either is good. If your team holds the other team to 3 points and your offense cannot score 3 points, you lose. Should your offense score 63 points and your defense allows the other team to score 70? Not good. If all you did was miss the extra points, not good. You see the point? We play Alliance, and the Alliance sells, recruits, and builds. We sell. We get other people to sell, and we teach them to do what we did. That's the building part. Got it? Let's go. That's the way this thing works. Y'all got it? Let's do a little more recognition. Hadn't did this in a while. Let's talk about GSB money, and let's talk about hotspots. Louisville, Texas had 2 people for $400. Back in January, they had $350, had $1,350, $400. This is the team. Philip Hebert and Dante Williams earned it. Here we go. Orlando, Florida, come in with $950. Way to go. $250 for Owens. Thank you, Michael. Mickey, Katrina, Mac, Judy. No, Mac didn't quite win at that time. Junior, Kennel, and Russ Lynch. I like Russ Lynch. Professional violinist. Got paid to play the violin. Zucker, his neck like this right here. He showed me. He showed me. He played professionally. He played in some kind of crazy, I mean, if you knew, I need to learn more about it. It's high-level orchestra thing. Huh? Yeah, but he played in one you would, like, some, if you know that sort of thing, you'd be like, no, he didn't. He did, too. He good. Greensboro, look here. James Hill and Jane. Terry Grady, thank you, Terry. Terry Edwards, thank you, Terry. Way to go, Nick Taflambus. How you say that? Is that right? Taflambus. San Antonio, Clark, New Jersey, 850. Well, see, I don't know how it's ranked. This is look how much New Jersey, 7,600 so far this year. 4,800. There's 10,000 for Orlando, 9,300. Fort Lauderdale, Dallas, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia, Columbus, Ohio, Rancho Cucamonga. So what we're doing is, in each hotspot, we recognize who helped us earn Good Samaritan bonus. The other thing we're identifying is who's balanced team players. And then we do whose SEAL team is the red, white, and blue one. So when you see the red, white, and blue, that's SEAL team. And next year we're looking at as a SEAL team 6, and then some kind of Ranger force or something up there at 30,000. Okay? You with me? All right. Is this helping y'all? I'm fired up about the team, man. Y'all are making it happen. I'm going to keep these people right here. Right, put their name right up there. Swindale, Kyle Stearns, and Michelle Allum and Michael Owens. Get rid of that for me, Bo. William Saunders, Phil Hebert, James Hill. Okay. All right, a little bit more. We're shooting for 3% today. I want to get Jeff Bright up here. Jeff Bright, y'all give him a hand. I think you're going to need, we're going to let you go with innocence, white.
That's appropriate.
I don't think it comes over that. Just so they can hear it over the television.
Gotcha.
All right. I taught something that I'm going to teach you. This is a simple thing. And it's the solution. Evan and Evan and Evan. I got 3 Evans right now that are apt to do this thing. I'm not against other names, but that name seems to be popular among producers right now. It's very simple. I'm not going to go on and on about it. I'm just going to tell you the truth. This is the answer. You don't have to read the books. You don't have to do the psychology. There's no healing involved. There's no letting go of anything. There's no picking up of anything. There's no development. There's strengthening. There's nothing. There's nothing to this. When I first heard this, I about jumped out of my skin. This was about over 20 years ago. This was when I started getting free, and I started getting rich. Rich in 2 ways. One, in I didn't worry as much, and I started making more money. I started building a team. Okay, you tracking? See y'all. Taylor, you listen to me? This is it. This is secret. Jeff Bright, you ready for this secret?
Ready.
I already showed him.
I was just playing
I told him, I
along.
said, will this mess anybody up really bad? Because see, when I was coaching, when I was younger, some of the people that I tried to coach messed them up. They still locked up in padded rooms. I don't do that as much, and I don't want to revert back to where I mess people up in the head and they put them away. I know people think I'm kidding, but think what you want. I laid some psychological stuff on them both. You know it's true. All right, here's the way it works. This is me over here. Okay. Now, in a few minutes, I'm going to show us you too. It's you too, but it's me right now. In a few minutes, I'm going to tell you it's you too. Okay? But for this first example, you were over here. You were over here, and you're looking at me. And this is my head. This is like protect you. You don't see how I feel. You don't see how I think. You don't see my problems. You don't know about drug use or lack of drug use. You don't know about sex or lack of sex. You don't know about my mama cray-cray or my mama smarter than y'all. You with me? You don't know about how much television I watch or if I am not watch television. You don't know about country music I listen to. You don't know about if I was touched when I was little with the back of a hand or the front of a hand. You don't know if I got hit by a knife. You don't see the scar. You don't know. You don't know. Yo, y'all don't know if I'm a philanthropist. I can't spit. They got them too far back. I can't spit on them. You don't know if I'm a generous person. You don't know if I'm a good daddy. You don't know if I'm feeling good. You don't know if I'm feeling happy. Does that make sense? How could you possibly know? There's only one way. Based on what I do. Do y'all understand? This is my saving grace for living here on earth. You with me? You know, that don't no religious people freak out. You don't know if I believe in God. You don't know if I don't. All you know is what I do. And watch this. Here's what I'm going to do. I do believe in Jesus. Now you say, He does. But you don't know what's in here, do you? All you know is what I do. And that dude done said it. And dude done said it. Now you got a choice. Do you want to decide that what I do is different one here? You don't get a choice. Because most people are going to believe what I do. Does this make sense? Am I smart enough to make the millions that I make? You don't know. Do I deserve it? Do I deserve it? You don't know. Here's what you know. I'm here. I'm here. See, here's what you know. I told the people in Tampa. I was in Tampa Monday. You understand? Here I am in Burlington. Who goes to Tampa on Monday and Burlington on Wednesday? It's worse than that. I was in Tampa on Monday. And last night at 10:30, quarter to 11, I was in Fort Lauderdale. You say, how do I know that? I got witnesses. Because I doed it. I told Jeff this. He's like, I was like, I'm going to tell him that. He said, I was like, this should set the captives free. This should employ the world. This is how you make $1 million. You say, well, what do we need to do? Book 20 appointments, Riri. That's right. Every week. What do you do, Andy? I go and I talk and I do this. You know what some of y'all do?
That's right.
That's what they do. And then they get this. Look like Pee Wee Herman.
You gotta do it.
No, he do it like him. See, you don't know. Hey, look. You don't know. You don't know if I'm crazy. All you know is I did this. That's all you know. See, you don't know. You say, I'm not crazy as you. You don't know how crazy I am. See, you don't know how crazy I am. I'm not as crazy as you. I know what you do indicates something is jacked up.
That's good.
But you don't know. See, when I got that boat, I was like, yeah, they don't know who I am. They don't know what I do. I'm a stupid old redneck Riri from Union Ridge, whose mama tormented him to the point I wasn't gonna stay at home as soon as I could get out there. You know, I'm young and staying at home. I was like, I'm getting the heck. I didn't say that. I was saying bad words. But when I realized nobody knew except what I do, that's when it set me free. So anyway, that's simple as I can put it.
And the most important part is, they don't have to know anything over here. They don't have to know that. But I know people that this stuff has to seep out. I'll stand in line at the post office the other day. That's the worst place to stand in line, by the way. And this lady in front of me just starts telling her business to everybody in there.
That's what she do.
And then she just broke down. Now, I felt bad for her. She's crying and everything.
You should have healed her.
Now, it wasn't seeping out. She just took all this. And that's what she does. Evidently, she just goes everywhere and tells everybody her business.
That's what she does.
I got business over here too, but you don't know my business.
You know how bad this is tormenting my ear, Bo? I'm erasing that dude.
You want to get that line back?
Yeah, get that line back.
Get that line back.
Hey, get that line back. I want to cover up.
But this is a great intro to talk about why people can't draw that line. Right? That's what we want to talk about, right?
If I had a hat, I'd slam it down right now. You take away this simple.
It's simple.
You take away this simple. You want to get rich like me? I'll tell you word for word. Matter of fact, I ought to write a book. I think I'll call it The Millionaire Maker Manual. Boom, boom, boom. And then write it out.
Done did it.
Done did it. Didn't work. It's going to take. Oh, shoot. All you got to do is what's in the book. I'm not kidding you. And we'll never know. You want to tell me? I'll listen. All it does is makes me feel better that mine's jumbled. Yeah, anyway, I help you. Somebody called me the other day, and he told me what was in there. I said, let me tell you this. By you telling me, you just got better. Because I am here, and he'd been doing this. Here's what he'd been doing. He's at this level, drowning. Water's up here. He'd been talking to this person right here. You know how I know? She told me. She said, I wish he'd talk to you, and he'd get up on an island. Does that make sense? 15-minute conversation. Guarantee you he's feeling 3 to 4% better today. 3 to 4% better.
Because association is not just about association, it's about changing your perspective. If you just hang around the same perspective, how are you going to change your perspective?
You can't change. I'm going to shut up.
Hey, can we show this next? Hey, can you show that first slide we got, Billy?
If you write 30,000, we think you're a high producer. If you hire 2 people and keep your mouth shut, and they start writing, we think you're a recruiter and a builder. If you give away $5 million, we think I'm a philanthropist. I give somebody $500, y'all think I'm a nice person. You don't know what I want to do with my, you don't know. That's all you know is what I do. I stand up here like this right here, that's all you know.
Everybody in this room's got a story, and we all got scars. But some people think their scars are deeper than other people's scars.
Special.
They think they're special. Yeah. We have to remind you that you do matter, but you are not special. As soon as you figure that out, that'll set you free. But you need attention. I mean, I don't mind people coming up and telling me their problems. I really don't. And this is not a talk to discourage you from coming up.
I want to know.
Yeah.
But not if you're not a doer.
I want to know if you
wait, or if you want to be a doer. Like if you say, well, I'm not a doer, but I want to be a doer. Well, tell me what's holding you back. That's why I go up to people and I go like, what's holding you back? I want to know what's holding you back.
I want to know because I'd like to help you, but I just think some people just want to tell it to everybody. You know, I mean, I'm not their hairdresser or their bartender.
I throw my hat down again on that one.
But see, this slide here addresses what Andy's talking about. Okay, if I call it the what slide. If we all lived in this what world, we only worried about what we needed to do, then our app count shouldn't be where it's at. It should be double, triple. Hotspots shouldn't have, when Andy comes, 90 people. It should be 300 people there. I mean, I like the fact that I've been here, 7 years, but nothing's changing. We're just staying at the same level. But there's a lot of enthusiasm in this room. I'm not putting that down. And, look, you got up here, and that moved me, all that stuff you said, but where's the rest of you? There's got to be an army of these kind of people. I'm waiting
They're bored.
I'm waiting for those people to show up.
I got good news. I do want to share some news. I have found a bunch in the last year that are young at heart. Some of them are older than, say, what an ideal 27. They're older, like a couple of them 47, but I got them identified, and I caught a couple in the mid-40s. Got one in their 50, two different ones in their 50s, and I got some in their 30s. So I got good news. But I want to shortcut the speed that we go to 10,000 apps with this talk. I sent a text out and I said, my leadership, I want y'all to get this. Leadership. Where is that thing at? Where's my drawing, Billy? Oh, got it. Leadership. Leadership. My leadership. You guys that are young and are hiring people, make sure you show them this. You got to take your time and explain it to them. Okay? It's big. Let's get them to understand that, because they think that it has something to do with who they are, and that is not true. I was talking to one of the sharpest dudes yesterday, and I was telling him, Bill Cook was talking, I was like, watch him, see that move, see what he said, lift your hand up, do that. He did his hand like Bill was doing it. He said, I can do this. I said, anybody can do this, bro. And then he said, what about this and what about this? And I told him how to handle it. I can't say that on public, but I told him how to handle it, okay? I can tell you too. Most of my leadership know the answer. If he said what he said, most of my leadership knows the answer. But my point being, I just need him to shortcut and get here faster. Does this make sense? Okay. Where were you at?
Before I say this, the best thing we could hear at the national convention is the fire department showed up and they're shutting us down. Then I know we've done something.
That could happen.
We've made it happen. I'd rather 4,000 people show up. We don't have a convention. We just move it outside, out in the cold, because I know 4,000 people showed up. We're doing something. We need to go beyond capacity. There's no reason that we shouldn't do that. We can do it. But we've got to get into this mode of just doing and keeping all this other stuff somewhere else. Put it somewhere else. But do you do, and don't let your private life influence that. But it does. Listen, do you not think that Andy, both of us together, we've got enough stuff to fill this room, that we can sit here and we can have a pity party all day with you right now for the rest of 41 minutes.
I mentioned Bob Grannon, Tim Goad, Jeff Bright, Jim Henson. These are good friends of mine. Part of what they shared with me is their life. Meaning, ain't none of them special. But if they started telling you stuff, you would sit down and pull a chair up because you'd be mesmerized at what they deal with. You think they're all perfect, and that's why I talk to them. No. It's because of their ability to do the mundane during the mud storm. Yeah. Their ability to do the mundane during the psycho battles. Right. You with me? And I know. Y'all will never know. You will never know. Unless you get to be really good friends. It's just like with me. The only ones that know is my really good friends, and them. They have some idea. Does this make sense? Hey, do y'all remember this? Recognition of opportunity. Remember that on the Friday call? That's what I did the whole hour on, and now look how much we got to cover.
We wanted to take
it ain't gonna happen.
We wanted to take that Friday talk and talk about why people can't recognize the opportunity. Because I'm frustrated that you're frustrated, but we need to recruit people and it stick. You spend a lot of time recruiting people and it doesn't stick, and they go away from us. And why do they go away? I hear one word constantly of why they go away. They're frustrated. They're frustrated about a chargeback. Look, I'm not the smartest person in the room, but I know if I got in this business, you would explain to me, Chad, what a chargeback is. And I know going in that I can...
Well, the other thing, they get paid. They get paid, and they messed up on that.
But I'm not going to get frustrated on a given. I know what's ahead of me.
You're going to get paid in this business. Don't be shocked. What I'm trying to say is don't go run naked through the streets. That thing get on somebody's video you put on the internet. People do that. People say, don't do that in this business. Yes, they do too. And some of them don't do it quite that bad. They just get a picture put on the internet. And then sometimes they just get a picture circulated. Calm the puck. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Hockey players? You ever seen the hockey players like, calm the puck. Like, just get control of the puck. Everybody ain't just swinging it around. You got to get control of the puck. Calm down. Now, on the other hand, don't quit. Don't kill yourself. Does that make sense? Yep. Hey, Amber, in my office, I've got drawn out my group, blue, that Preston gives it to me, a hierarchy for key leaders and business promoters. Would you bring that down here? Because I want to talk about some people that I know that I'm starting to identify that are doing this, and they're who I want to take over the world with. I told you, 33.
That's right.
You with me? I got a couple of pictures of some guys doing this right here, and I go like, just because you got a picture, because in December, we're going to take a picture of your business, and we're going to know how you look. That's why we say we don't know how you look till you get your picture took. That makes sense?
All right, so let's look at this formula real quick. If you accept the routine that you got to do, the do and the do, right?
That's right.
Then we call it mastering the mundane here. I showed up 31 years to work doing the same thing every day. You know, I didn't get a cookie for that. I didn't get a pat on the back. I just walked out. Haven't been back since. I don't think they miss me. But I did it because it was the right thing to do.
You with us now?
I'm with us. I'm with y'all. And you know why? You know why that I could master the mundane? Because it's driven by the fact that I accept habit. It became habit. It became habit for me to get up at a certain time. I ate my breakfast at a certain time. I brushed my teeth at a certain time. I got in the car at a certain time because I knew it would take this long to get there. I got to my desk at a certain time, which was not right at the time I was supposed to be there. I always gave myself 15 minutes because I wanted to be early, because I didn't want to be late and be talked about by everybody that he just walks in right at the bewitching hour. I accept that became habit. Now, these are the successful people this is the formula right here for successful people. Now, if you accept that, it is because that you have discipline. See, discipline and drive create that. Discipline is like a tenacity, a stick-to-itness that you have, and it's the stamina that keeps you going. And it's driven by consequence. Now, guess what? I wrote something down here. You might not be able to see it. But this is really neat, and it's going to make sense to you in a few minutes when you see the other slides. But consequence for people that are on the do screen here, the what screen as we call it, that consequence is all fueled by fear. I was afraid of the consequence. I don't even know why. Still to this day, I'm afraid of any consequences. I play by the rules like nobody's business. It bothers me just to park up front when my wife says, we're not going to park, you're going to pull in the fire lane. And I'm like, I don't feel good about this. There's a rule, there's a sign. She goes, forget that sign. And I'm like, no. She goes, don't you move this car.
Hey, listen, here's the crazy thing, because you think Andy's the opposite. He would have pulled right in there. Right. But I fear being broke again. Everybody's got fears. And I pick what I'm scared of, and he picks what he's scared of based on getting the results he wants.
That's exactly right. That's good.
That's good right there.
That's good right there. That's why we're together today. That's
like you got to understand this. You get to pick what you fear. And you only know what I fear because of what I do. Mm. And I picked it over here in secret. I picked what I fear to match what I wanted to do. Does that make sense?
That's good.
You wanted to have a career and not get fired and have your retirement and get your sticker and talk about how you want to always talk about how you had that job and kept it. You with me? See, I'm making fun of what he does. He can make fun of what I do. You with me? But he knew he knew the results he wanted. He knew the results, so he knew what he had to do. So he picked his reasoning. This is big. This is big. This
We
is
don't
big
care
deal.
what your reason is, as long as you got a reason that keeps you doing the do. Right?
Yeah.
But you know what,
But I
people?
can help you design it. Like I can literally help you design it. And I can tell you the books that are in. I've recommended this book. People have read the book, then they come back and they don't say, "Hey, what does this mean?" I go, "I'm going to show you." Now there's a couple I'm teaching. I got them right here. I'm highlighting them. The 33. Okay. Have you filled all the slots? No. I still got a few more slots, but I'm being very, very, very slow and very, very, very picky. Okay.
Now, people that, like Andy and I, we fear the consequence. Some people hear what I just said, and they don't fear the consequence. They make excuses of why the consequence is getting in their way. And those people we're going to talk about them later in another screen, but those are the people that we're trying to drag along, right? That you get frustrated because they don't get it.
Stop with the excuses. Be scared.
We got to teach them to be scared.
Be scared. That's why I say, somebody's like, well, I feel like I perform better when I'm mad. Yeah, me too. I feel like when I'm scared, I perform better, but I don't want to have fear. Everybody says don't fear. No. Have fear. Go with the fear. And then do like you're on fire.
I can't, I told Andy in the office, I said, I can't imagine not having that fear. I wouldn't be here today if I didn't have that fear. I know some folks that I went to school with that didn't have that fear, that had excuse instead, and I mean, maybe they lived this life I don't understand, but maybe that's why the Dollar Tree was created for them. I don't know. But I hate to say that. I really hate to say that. Yeah.
He's not kidding.
I'm just trying to be real here. When a Dollar Tree comes to your town, there's something wrong with the economy in your town. They've already proven this. It's called the culture of poverty. I'll talk about it in that con. All right, so what I was saying is, I have friends that go, I ain't going to show up to work today. I'm like, you can do that? Yeah, you can do that. But aren't you afraid of losing your job? What about paying your bills? We'll figure that out. Somebody else will pay them for me. I'm like,
it always works out.
It always works out. I'm like, what?
No, it don't.
It's never worked out for me.
It didn't work out for them either. They just...
Yeah. You know, when I see them now, and I go up to them, and I'm like, how's it going for you? I ain't seen you in 10 years. And at the end of that conversation, something gets back to money, and they needing it. And they like, can you spare a few dollars? So that's how you do it. That's the strategy. You just ask people for money.
You need some money? Is that what you need? This is earmarked. And you know how I am about, once you make a decision, I already promised this to somebody. Sorry.
So you understand discipline. Right? Let's talk about drive. Because drive is to connect her to the next screen, which is the house screen. And drive is that's what we talked about on Friday. The recognition of opportunity is drive. All right? It's driven by a sense of urgency, a fire in the belly, fire under your rear end to do something. I've always had that. I've always been influenced heavily by consequence and urgency. That's what's kept me going. That's what made me show up on the day that I felt the worst. The show must go on. In my mind, it had to go on.
The consequences, one day, you're going to meet that old man that looks just like you, except old. You're going to meet that old man. That's the consequence. You're going to have to listen to what he got to say about what you did now. And then people say, well, what do you tell somebody like Hal, who's 74 years old? Hal, help me talk. Hal, help me talk to these people. You with me? By the way, you're 74. One day you're going to be 84. We're still going to be traveling the world. He done won 4 all-expense paid trips, and he's going to win 14. He's going to be 84. So he ain't going to live to 84. He's going to live to 84 and talking trash. And if he listens to me, he's going to be talking trash more than he ever did. And Ellen, you with me? And Ellen out there killing it, selling. See, they're helping. It don't matter the age. It matters the heart. So then why do you always rather tell them you like a 24 or 27-year-old? Because they're going to live to 85 too, or 89 too. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You got more time to enjoy. And they don't have as much health problems. They don't have their family ain't having health problems. They ain't have as many bad things happen in their life. There's just less stuff. It's less stuff in here. You say, well, it said it don't matter. Oh, it don't matter, but it matters. Does that make sense? Like you matter, but it ain't special. It was just one thing.
Hey, here's a good thing. If you do the do long enough and you perfect this, it gives, see, I don't think, it's not about getting money. It's money gives you choice. It gives you choice to get rid of some of this crap.
That's right. That's right.
It works inverted.
What happens is it starts getting lined up.
There you go.
You get it organized and compartmentalized, and that way you can look at it and decide what you're going to do with it. That's what happens to it. That's what happens to it. That's not made up. That is years of counseling and coaching and people talking to me, and I'll let you know that's what happens. I'm shortcutting this thing. But still, you got to look at this. How easy, bro. I know what you're telling them is good, but how easy is it to just do like that? And then do that. Just jump right over here. He says psychologically people can't do it. I say you can do it. I say you can do it, you can do it, I know you can do it, I know you can do it, and 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 you can do it. I promise you, you can go right to it. You know what I'm telling you? Like you can just go right to it. Like I know you. I know you. I've sat out on a porch with you and your wife. I know you can do it. I've seen what you've done. I know the stuff you've done. You can do it. You can do it, and I know you can do it. I've been in the plane with you. I know you can do it. 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 And I know. Let me make sure you understand. Like I know you can do it. Like I know you. I've met you twice, and I know you can do it. You can just skip right to there. Like not kidding. I know that. Hey, hold on. And you can do it. Let's do you. Like you can do this. Like I know you. I've met you. I shook your hand. I hugged you. I talked to you. I saw you there. I know. I looked in your eyes. I saw the spark. You know what I'm telling you? I'm not kidding.
I know everybody in this room can do it because you wouldn't be here if you couldn't do it. It shows me effort just because you're sitting your rear end in here, right? Butts in the seat show me that. It's these people out there I don't know that we hadn't met yet.
I know.
But I know they can do it, but they're going to have to reconcile the next two screens. They're going to have to reconcile. That's the word, reconcile. Come to grips. Now, this last one here, before we move on, is the reason I have fire in the belly and a fire under my rear end every day, and urgency is part of my life, it's because of guilt. See, fear kept consequence alive. Guilt keeps urgency alive. Because I felt, I don't want to let...
Guilty.
I do not want to let him down. I don't want to let you down. But most importantly, I don't want to let myself down. You got to have all three of those. You don't want to let him down, each other down, the team, and you don't want to let yourself down. Some of you, or some of the people out there, they struggle with that last part because I know a lot of people that have a lot of problems, and they will jump out of bed to help somebody else, but they won't jump out of the bed to help themselves.
What's the deal with the shame?
That just like when you talk about fear, they don't hear fear, they hear excuse. When you talk about guilt, they don't think about guilt, they think about shame. Shame, there's a difference. Guilt is something I use as a motivator that keeps me going. Shame causes me to ball up in the fetal position, and I feel like somebody shamed me, and now I play the woe is me card. Oh, I can't do it.
I'm sorry, I hadn't done it yet. I know you look down on me. Where's your guilt? Don't you feel guilty? I don't feel guilty. I feel shameful. You should feel guilty. I feel guilty. Why do you think I went to Tampa and St. Petersburg and Tampa and St. Pete? Why do you think I went there and then went all the way down to Fort Lauderdale? Why do you think I do that? I feel guilty. All the money I make. So you shouldn't feel guilty. Well, it makes me go to Tampa. Makes me go to... You say, that's just, you're jacked up. You don't know what's inside of me. I could be lined up and I could be faking jacked up. When I make him laugh, I feel good. Y'all laugh, I'm like, whatever. He laughs, I'll be like, that's right. Okay, you understand what I'm saying is? I feel guilty. I was given this, and I feel like you get to get it. I feel like if I don't work, you ain't going to get another shot. And I feel like I got a shot, I feel guilty that I got a shot and you ain't got a shot. I want to give you a shot. You say, I don't feel guilty. You ought to feel guilty. You say, I feel guilty. You know how much better this makes me feel when he tells me it's okay? He said, well, it depends on what you want. Do you like the plane? I was like, I like the plane. He said, it's okay to feel guilty. He said, have you checked with a psychiatrist on this? Yeah. They said, you good? They said, it's okay. Now, I found out there was a psychologist, not a psychiatrist, but same thing. Almost. A little bit. They just can't prescribe drugs.
Let's go to the next screen. Next screen. Now remember the connective piece.
There's 3 screens.
There is. It's the second one.
Wait, look. Okay. We ain't going to get, I told you we didn't even finish the first screen. We're skipping to the second screen. And there's 3 of them.
So drive was back here.
Mine's easier. My screen's easier.
These 2 equal drive. Okay? These 2 right here. Remember, drive was the last thing we talked about? These 2 things equal drive. Drive would be sitting right here like this. See? This is drive that we just talked about. These 2 create drive. Enthusiasm and ambition.
If anybody thinks you got to understand this or learn this before you can do the do,
we wished we didn't have to show these next 2 screens. We wish we could have been finished with this conversation with that last screen, and then you got it.
We could have.
But I think I owe it to you to tell you why they're not, except in that last screen, as the gospel, and we just move on, right? They're not doing the do. It's because they don't have enthusiasm, nor do they have ambition. Now, ambition is important because we got the dream meter here, and the whole theme this year is dreaming, the dream machine.
This machine kicks out dreams.
Kicks out dreams. So, enthusiasm.
Great American Dream Machine.
Which, you know, if you don't have passion, which that's what this is, for what you do. You know,
that's why I got this girl named Nikki Eubanks. Passion.
Passion for what you do matters. It really does. Then it's easier to accept the mundane, right? Because you don't get burned out on what you do. You get burned out when you forget why you do it. We're not selling what and how here to people. We're selling why. Like you got that backpack, right? You could tell me all about that. You could tell me the what and the how you got it. But you should lead off by saying, tell me why you're proud that you've got it. And you know what? I was waiting for you to do that, and you did a beautiful job up here.
Killed it.
A beautiful job. You did the why right here for me.
Killed it.
Yeah. People want to... Apple, when they were selling stuff, and now they're the Mac Daddy of all, right? We all want that stuff. We wait in line for that stuff. They said you don't sell what and how, you sell the why first.
Are you sure all 3 stickers are on there? All 3 sheets?
It should be.
I only saw 2 of them, Billy. Is there 3 of them on there? I just want to make sure there is.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Where'd he get that from? I didn't see it on there.
I don't know.
We need an advertisement break.
Okay.
I'm going to be in Dallas. I'm going to be in Dallas. I'm going to actually be in El Paso earlier than this. And I do want to talk about some friends that like football. I'm going to be in El Paso. I want to select friends. So write down El Paso, December 29th. Wait a minute. That's after this. Oh, I'm going to be in Wichita, Kansas, next Thursday and Friday. That's what I want to advertise. Wichita, Kansas, next Thursday and Friday. Mainly Friday morning for the activity call. That'll be getting the new jet. So if you're close by there, we could help me get the new jet, help us pull it out of the hangar. And then December, I'm going to be in Dallas, San Antonio, and then Houston. So this is 18th, 19th, and 20th. These are all-day seminars. I'm going to draw that do thing up there probably again. And then Atlanta, and then Charlotte, and then D.C., and then Greensboro. All right? And all these are listed on hotspots. Okay. All right. So we can go. Let's go. I can't find them. I don't see them, Billy. Where's the one we just had up?
How? Billy.
How come it's... Why don't
there it is. So... If you look,
I got it now.
This is what enthusiasm does for you when you have it and you show it, like Doc does, right? It's got a lot of that.
Doc
is a good example. of enthusiasm. It helps you reject becoming comfortable.
So
That's the main thing. That's the
everybody-
main thing to aid you with.
Everybody should have to do it. Everybody should have enthusiasm.
That's right.
You with me? Sitting on the front of your seat, doing this right here. You don't know whether I got enthusiasm or not. You just see the do part of it.
That's right.
Have you ever thought about that?
That is exactly right. Because we go to these things, and I see some people just sit back, think, why did you even come?
Because they say I'm not like that on the inside, so that's why I'm zooted on the outside. And I said, what you out on the outside, inside ain't got nothing to do with you on the outside. It don't. It don't. Like, you don't know me. Don't act like you do. All you know is what I do. You don't know me.
I got a lot of pride, and I know one thing. I didn't just come in the world out of the womb with that. I know that my parents taught me that if somebody's talking, I should have respect enough, even if I don't like what they're saying, to get on the edge of my seat and act like it. You know? This is driven by an eagerness to please, an eagerness to do, the eagerness to be in the moment, stay in the moment, be the example, an eagerness to be the example. We need to be the example. You guys, now, I say this every time, are the ambassadors. We got to go get an army, but you're the ambassadors. You're teaching them. Well, they're going to copy you. And if you set the wrong example, they're going to do it the wrong way. So,
Look, if you're a key leader and you want to get the key leaders, give them this right here. Watch TV. That's what them coaches do. I watch every game I'll be watching. I'm thinking, I don't know whether he's really excited or not, but he sure made it look like it. We got this baseball coach named Tanner. He's at NC State. I don't know whether he gets upset at referees, but based on his actions, he's the craziest baseball coach I've ever seen in my life. And the crazy thing is, I don't want to say it on national television, but like, I just know stuff, you know, because I'm entitled, but I'm just in the middle of stuff, and it's just a situation. And I don't know whether he keeps acting, but I saw him take a guy. Look, the referee, come up to me. The referee was over there. He was talking to him, and he was trying to screen him, and he hit him with a wraparound, spin around move, and went over there. You follow what I'm saying? By the way, y'all ever see when I do that and then I do like this, just change like that? That's because you don't know what's really on the inside. You just see what's on the outside. Does that make sense? What I control is on the outside more than what I control is on the inside, because the inside I don't know what I can do about it, because I can't get to it. I can't get to it. You laugh. I'm not kidding.
look at this word right here. See, if you can reconcile these two, so the word reconcile, you got ambition, you got big dreams, and you got enthusiasm to back them up, you'll know that you deserve better. There's a lot of people don't think they deserve better. That's problematic, isn't it?
Yep.
That was one other thing. One guy asked me on the road, he said, I just don't know if I deserve it. And I was like, well, I'm crystal clear I don't. But I'm not going to let anybody know that based on what I do. I deserve a one-way ticket to hell is what I deserve. So how you know that? That's what my preacher told me. He told you, no, he said he needed a one-way ticket to hell. I said, well, if he deserves a one-way ticket to hell, that's dadgum sure what I need. And what he said was, thank God that Jesus came, you know, and we wasn't going to hell. I said, whew, what? I don't want to get what I deserve, you know what I'm saying? Who wants what they deserve? I want what I don't deserve. You follow what I'm saying? I want what I don't deserve. Well, how are you going to get what you're going to deserve? Based on what you do.
It reconciles the deserve. If you just do the do, it reconciles this. But you got to have these, you got to have the things I'm showing you. But see, Andy and I are trying to explain to you today, we do the do because we've reconciled these things. I got big dreams. I've had them my whole life. And I'm enthusiastic about them. I don't have a problem with this. You got a problem with this, you need to fix it. We need to fix it. But ambition is a desire for achievement, a desire for, driven by distinction. I want to be, I don't want to be just status quo. I want, hey, I want the light on me, like Terry. Terry likes some light. Distinction is
Is this the
good.
part where I talk about I have access to people, or is that the next screen?
Next screen.
Next screen, I thought. But that I feel distinction, though.
Distinction is big. Hey, well, you can talk about it now because distinction is big because, hey, what's that right there? That is a form of distinction. And people, they want these things, don't they? Yeah. Right? You excited about this thing? Yes, I'm fired up. We need to get people fired up. Some people, like, they accept second, third, fourth, fifth. They're like, hey, I'm in the top 50. That's good enough. Everything's good enough. Their whole life is good enough.
Hey, how about this? So in one of the meetings, this guy was standing right here, and he brought up a guy that we're not going to say his name, but he brought up that guy and what he had and what he done, and boy, my temper flowed up. I don't like losing to nobody, especially a jerk or a pleasant person. That's the two kind of people I don't want to lose to, is a pleasant person or a jerk.
Who do you like losing to?
Nobody.
All right, let's go next screen. We're down. Oh, you have to do that.
I think that's what you do right
Yeah,
now.
that's what
I
you
done figured out how to work this thing. I'm dangerous
It's
now.
dangerous now. So look,
Believe.
this is the
Don't stop believing.
this is our infant recruits that we're bringing in. You got to realize a lot of them are struggling right here. They don't, not just they deserve better, they don't believe things can get better. That's worse. That's
Hey,
much worse.
One guy I talked to, and he's on my list, a guy named Gus. We call him Dale Palente. And Gus told me, he said, Gus is writing 20,000, hiring like crazy right now. He said he didn't believe. Now, he took too long. I told him, I said, why do you think it is? He said, I think it's because I'm old. I said, you're right. I think that's what it is too. But if you're old, you can believe instantly if you want to. All you got to do is come around a lot more. Okay? But here's what he said. He didn't believe half of what we were saying. Sometimes he didn't believe but a third of what we were saying. So he would come to the meetings, but he kept coming until he started to believe. But I think if he'd have come and lived here for a month or came here every week, he could have believed quicker. But now he's a stud muffin, writing 20 grand. Wrote like 30,000 this past month, I think. And he's bringing out sharp, intelligent, ambitious people. Now he believes the type of people he needs to recruit. And I told him, and I'm telling you, I'm telling every one of my key leaders, you must get people around so it can be caught, so they can believe. So you catch belief. It's caught more than taught. That's why you get them to national convention, so they'll catch it. And if they didn't catch it but a little bit, the last one, you double down to get them to the second one, and you double down to get them to the third one. And it's a year away from national convention. Ain't gonna be another national convention in January. We got a January convention coming up. There won't be another one for another year. You don't want to wait a whole year. Figure out a way to get them here so they can caught it. Does that make sense?
That's our commercial break. All right. This is big. Remember, we talked about excuse and shame, right? Where did it go? I mean, did it just drift away? No, it plopped itself down on something. Right here's where it settled. Excuse, it settled right here. Right on top of your perspective. And excuse, when it settles on your perspective, causes you to procrastinate. That's what that excuse does. Instead of being fearful of the consequence, you start making excuses, and the excuse will dictate the pace of your perspective, which is your sense of placement, finding fit in this world.
Keep talking.
Okay. So where did shame find itself? Right here on top of your confidence. And what does shame do to your confidence? It causes you to doubt. So we're trying to recruit people that are living in doubt and they're procrastinating because they don't have any confidence, or it's fragile, and they don't have a perspective. And if you don't have perspective, I'll give you mine. Here's mine if you want mine. I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's 3 things. 3 things only, and this is how I live my life. If you don't have one, you can adopt mine. Life ain't fair, number 1. Get used to it. It ain't never going to be fair. Fair's where you go to get a blue ribbon. And once you accept that, life just got so much.
What do you mean fair is where you get a blue ribbon?
State fair.
Oh, the state fair. So you wouldn't have known I didn't get that if I hadn't do what I did, which is I asked about it.
And if you can say that life's not fair, it just got easier for you right at this very moment.
Let me tell y'all, life ain't been fair to me. You don't know.
I would expect when I get in this, if I got in this business, you recruit me, I would go, oh, I'm going to have some chargebacks. And when I get them, I'm like, okay, what do I do now? I'm going to recover from that. Because I know that life's not fair. You just recruited somebody that knows that. But if you recruit somebody that thinks it's supposed to be fair, they're going to sit around and complain and wallow in their self-pity and quit.
That's right.
You're used to that, aren't you? Frustrated. Make a little bit of money, get a chargeback, quit.
This is why I teach this all the time. This is where you run through the naked streets naked. This is where you make money, and this is where you achieve goals, 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 goals. And this is where you drop down here and shoot yourself. You with me? So in your life, if you could run your life more like this right here, boom, boom, boom. I'm excited, fired up. Oh, I'm sick. Oh, making money. See? Does that make sense? If you could do this, that's why I teach this all the time. Because if a person does like this, woo, they burnt that much energy, and they could have went that far. They could have went that far in life if they burned energy. Because they were partying for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, went on a week vacation, or they get a charge back and they're moving forward. They say, well, I'm moving forward, but look how far you could have went. You could have went that far. So if your life goes like this right here, it's going to take you way longer. I told you I'm a math guy, right? Yeah. This is the way sine waves works. It's the difference between lasers and lazy rivers. You with me? Does that make sense?
And if all of a sudden you're making money, making funny, death in the family. How fast you pop back up here tells me how healthy your perspective is. Tells me if you got a healthy identity. See, listen.
I always say I got a healthy identity, but I act like I do.
2 years ago, my dad passed tragic death. The next day, y'all were having instant thunder. I weathered through it. It was tough. I told him they're going to have to wait. I got to go do instant thunder, and I came and did it. I was heartbroken. It was tough. But that's what my dad would want me to do. I had a tragedy, but I popped right back up. But that's just me. But I accept that life's not fair. I know there's going to be death. I know there's going to be tragedy. They're coming. They're coming.
That's why people get upset when I say somebody died, and I'll be like, that's not surprising. They get upset.
Yeah.
I go, that's not surprising. Were they old? And they go, yeah. Or they go, no, they were young. That's what makes it so surprising. I was like, I don't think that's different.
Where's that thing?
Did they wreck or something? Yeah, it's in a car wreck. Well, there you go. Because there's more car wrecks. A plane wreck, now I'd be surprised because there hardly are any. I'd be like, wow. But if it's a car wreck, I'd be like, well, that's expected. Planes, that's why I fly private. Because I don't like driving cars. People get killed all the time. Now, if I die in a plane, I'll be like, I ain't surprised because when you fall that far, that's what's going to happen.
It's hard to come back and jump right into another discussion after that. So I'll give you the next two. So life's not fair. That's part of my perspective. And the second one is no one owes me anything. That's big. But the third one's the most important. No one was put on this earth to make me happy. That, to me, is the most important part of the perspective. Because a lot of people think that people were put on this earth to make you happy. And when you don't make them happy, you're the reason that they're not making it. They want to bring you down. They don't like themselves, so therefore they don't like you or anybody else. That's big. Now, Andy wrote, this is good. So if you want to overcome that kind of thing, those three things, you need some fear in your life.
Yes.
And if you want to overcome not having confidence and not trusting, listen, this trust thing, I've talked about it before. If you want to get past and give yourself permission to trust again, your people need to say this to themselves. I got to put the past in the past and separate it from my future. I see people walk in these conferences all the time. They might as well be dragging a little wagon of their past with them. They drag it right on in here. And anytime they get a chance on any break or anything, they don't even wait till the break. They just stand out in the lobbies and everything, and they're just talking about everything that's in that wagon. Like it's unique. You don't know, but hey, you ain't seen a wagon like this. I'm like, yeah, I have. I just saw 2 a while ago. Y'all have the same wagon?
He cracks me up.
So, yes, we got to, yes, Tim would tell you that this right here is driven by hope. Yes, it is. Telling people they matter. It does help. It does help. But they need a little guilt. And they need a little fear.
Hey,
I don't think people hear this. It's like that movie, A White Man Can't Jump. And Wesley Snipes tells Woody Harrelson, you can hear Jimmy. You're listening to Jimmy, but you can't hear Jimmy. You listen to me right now. A lot of you listen to me, but you ain't hearing me. If you hear me, I would see it in the numbers. The numbers is the proof in the pudding. We can talk all day on these things. We can do this every Wednesday. We do every Wednesday, don't we? We meet every Wednesday. But where is the movement?
Hey.
When are you going to quit listening and hear it?
We're going to have to talk about this more next Wednesday.
I'm sorry. We got it 3 minutes ago.
We got to talk about this more next Wednesday. Y'all okay with that? Yeah. We're going to keep hitting this don't matter, all that stuff don't matter. But I want to do this. I want to, Chadwick and Melanie, y'all are doers. Come up here for a minute. Go ahead. And invite. As a matter of fact, why don't you invite your team up here? Invite your team up here.
Come on up. Come on up.
Come on up here.
Thank you.
Come on up here, team. There he is back in the back. I want to tell y'all about some people. Marcy Hicks, I see you. I'm watching you. You with me? 3-3, baby. Mm-hmm. You with me? 3-3.
33.
Chadwick and Melly, I'm watching you. I'm not going to call out your whole team. I want you to introduce them in a second here. But I'm watching people. Linda Goebel, I see you. Adam Katz, I have noticed what you're doing. There's a lot. Like I said, I'm not doing all 33, but I'm giving you some names. Angela Clark, you are identified. Y'all understand what I'm telling you? I'm going to work. That's why I'm buying a jet. I'm going to fly around. I'm going to put Bill Cook, come up here. I want y'all to see what Bill Cook looks like. Katrina Gustin. I want to tell you, y'all, you with me? I'm watching you. I'm with you. I'm going to help you. I'm going to put you on a plane, fly you a couple places in the Northeast. I'm going to fly my next best plane, my second best plane, and put you on it. It's a good plane.
I like it. It is.
I'm going to fly you up Northeast and do some training. And Kyle Cater, see, I see you, buddy.
That's right.
Terry Edwards, I hear you. I hear you coming, baby. Y'all see what that man looks like? That's Terry Edwards right there.
That's right.
Mike and Noel Leventovich, I hear you, baby. Alex Abian, I hear you, baby. Y'all hear what I'm telling you? Jasmine Lightboy, I already put her up there. Nikki Ebanks, you with me? I hear these people coming. You with me? Michael Owens, I'm seeing your numbers. I'm feeling your heart. Jacob Kern. Oh, I want to tell you how this works. Y'all been through a thing. Y'all two been through a few things.
Yes, sir.
You know I helped you.
Yes, sir.
You know I didn't do it. You did it. Did he move my stuff? Get my stuff back up here. Did he bring my stuff up? Give me explain this to you. Somebody else needs you. And if you let up, they ain't gonna get you. You don't want to feel guilty, do you?
Huh? No, sir.
You don't want to feel guilty about that.
Nope.
You don't want to be ashamed.
Nope.
I'd rather you feel guilty and do something about it.
Yes, sir.
Like grow.
Yes, sir.
See how it works? This
Yes,
is
sir.
the way it works. Let me give you another one. It's called a team.
Yeah.
That's when you block and you tackle.
Yes, sir.
And you score. You pick up the ball and don't run the wrong way. And if you do like that guy that did in the NFL, run the wrong way and scored a touchdown for the other team, the second half of the game, you better make up for it. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
You see how it works?
Yes, sir.
Because you don't want to be kicked off a team, do you?
Nope.
You want to be part of the team, do you? You say, well, Andy, you don't want people to do it because of fear of being ostracized, do you? I don't care why you do it, dude. You're going to get paid the same amount if you do it for a stupid reason if you do it for a good reason. I'm just looking for a reason. You understand what I'm telling you? That's why you always tell me, you always come up with this stuff. You always say, I feel this. I go, that's okay. It's like Bob Newhart when that girl, she said, I wash my hands all the time. And Bob was like, that's okay.
That's okay.
Washing your hands all the time, that's Stephen Davies. I'm watching you, buddy. I know how you wash your hands. It does 3 minutes, Bo. 3 minutes. He'll sit there 3 minutes. I'm like, Bo, it's time to go. You understand you see where I am? Team. O. I-O. I-O. It's off to work I go.
Right.
See?
Yes, sir.
I-O. I-O. It's off to work I go. Because I owe. If I didn't owe nobody nothing, I wouldn't go.
Right.
Who's going to work out? Who's going out? Who all y'all going out work?
Everybody.
Yeah.
Really? Starting when?
Now.
Right now.
Y'all started a few weeks ago, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
You daggone right.
Yes, we did.
You see how it works?
Yes, sir.
This is the way it works. See, that's the group right there. That's my hierarchy. That's all team builders, all my key leaders. A lot of people, you don't understand something. That's it. That's it. 20-some years. Look, that's all the key leaders in the whole daggum group in 27 years. People get excited because they ain't got but one writing. I mean, they get depressed, or they get excited. Either way, I go. It's a long road ahead, Bo. Now, you could either be like very, very disappointed or very, very excited. You pick. My suggestion is you keep a straight line. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. They quit, know that's going to happen. If they get in, don't be shocked. Yes, if somebody gets in and writes like crazy, don't be too panicky. I mean, like, yay, calm down. They quit. No kidding. That's what they do. People die. They had a baby. Duh. That's what people do. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yes, you with me on this?
Yes, sir.
Tell them how y'all fired up. Wrap this thing up. We got to go. We're out of time. Chadwick, Melanie, Ray, wrap them up. Wrap them up. Wrap them up.
They're right.
Paying overtime.
You're daggone right. I'll just say this. I'm more fired up than I have been since I found out about National Agents Alliance. Today is a new day, and we're looking for more people that want to join us. I'm excited about the team that we got. I'm excited about the team that we got, and I'm excited about the team that we got, and I'm excited about our coach. I say, let's go out here and make some money. Time to do the do. We out. Woo!